Breaking news. Alright, so this is what it is. My Hero Academia chapter 256. I'm not going to go through the entire beginning of the chapter just because I feel like it's self-explanatory. Everybody in Class 1A gets back from their internships and they're showing off the new moves and skills that they have learned under the pro heroes that they interned under. I think that's straight to the point. We don't really have to go over it. Nothing crazy. It's not like anybody busted out a brand new quirk or anything like Deku does. But everyone has the same quirk, and that's about it. The real spice of this chapter comes in the last like 3 pages, and then we have to get into some speculation. Just because, I mean, speculation is fun, and it's absolutely needed for what's to come from My Hero Academia. Characters, namely Mirio, and possibly Shirokuma. Alright? We're going to talk about all of that here in this review, but before we get into that, go plus ultra and smash that subscribe button. It lets me know that you're rocking with the content that I put out here on this channel. And without further ado, let's get into this review. Now, after basically everybody is done showing off their quirk, we flash over to UA High School, alright? And this is where we get some dialogue between Eraserhead and my boy Karaoke Jukebox DJ Grandmaster Flex, alright? You have the dialogue where he's talking about the businesses of the actual work study, and they speculate that the Safety Commission must know something regarding what happened to Shirokuma and everything involving the Nomu. And if they do know, that's where they should start in order to get some leads about where they're making the Nomu at. As they continue the conversation, Mirio bursts in and was like, "Sensei, we need you." And Eraserhead goes to Little Eri, and you see this scene where Little Eri, she's holding her horn, and it's basically back, if not bigger. It's basically back to the size that it was during the whole, overhaul arc. But I mean, it might be a little bit bigger, but it's starting to flicker, not flicker, but like glow. I don't know what you want to call it. It's beginning to go haywire, is what I'm saying. Well, let me take a step back. It's not actually going haywire yet, but it's causing her pain and discomfort, and we know that her quirk is a stockpiling quirk, and if it absorbs too much energy, then it goes haywire. So this is like the precursor to it going haywire, and it needs to be taken seriously. But what does fucking Eraserhead do? He just kneels down, does that little forehead touch shit like she's a dog, and say, "Don't worry, this is UA High after all." And then that's the end of that 2-panel interaction that we have with Eri in it. And we're going to come back to Eri at the end of this. But what's next, and this is the final page of the chapter, like I said, it's not something that's really needs to be talked about, because literally the entire first half of the chapter was them just showcasing what they learned, abilities, techniques, and team combos. That's it. The final page of this chapter is Deku, Bakugo, and All Might sitting down in the break room. All Might congratulates Deku on finally mastering Black Whip, and Bakugo, he gets his praise, but he's like, what does that mean? That means nothing to me. It doesn't mean anything. All Might hands Deku a manila folder, and he was like, "This isn't everything that I could find, but I found what I could, and here it is." And he presents to Midoriya a manila folder of past successors and their quirks of One for All. So currently Deku only has 2 of the quirks, not including One for All's stockpiling ability in and of itself. But that's neither here nor there. What is going to be interesting is seeing the other quirks and what he may potentially have to unlock. Now, I admit myself, just like other people, when we first heard of him having like an insane amount of quirks at his disposal, we all thought that shit was broken as fuck, and none of us liked it. And I'm not gonna sit here and say that I do like it, because it's still broken as fuck, but I'm gonna renege and say that I like it. Just because, I personally want to see what other broken quirks he has at his disposal. And I want to know if the quirk that allowed him to break mind control is a quirk in and of itself, or if it's just because of the sheer presence of the other people in his subconscious of One for All. That is going to either make or break me in terms of how I get pissed off, but it will be up for the future. I can't wait for the next chapter to drop this Sunday, because that is going to be something that I look forward to reading as Deku reads at all the other quirks that came before him. How you would even have a list, I don't know, because it's supposed to be an entire secret, but you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you know? That's my, like, how do you know? Up until this point, I'm assuming the other One for All users were dead, but technically they don't have to be. I mean, All Might and Midori. It's not like one of those things where, oh, once you transfer the power, it kills you off. No, you can live a long, healthy, successful life. You could have the quirk, and as soon as you have it and you pass it on, you, honestly, if you just did the whole hair thing, hair, eat, One for All, hair, eat, you could, Midori could do that 5 times right now, and it would stockpile 5 more times on top of that, and the quirks would transfer from one to the other all at the same time. So I don't think it's a matter of like a Force ghost from Star Wars. I think it's just a matter of think of Ben 10's Omnitrix. This is the best example I can give you. The alien doesn't have to die for him to collect the DNA and be able to transform into the alien of his choosing. The shit just happens. Once you have the DNA, that's all that matters. That's what I'm looking at for this quirk right now. What is that? What am I getting at? I'm getting at, what if he actually runs into a previous owner of One for All? All Might's not that old. Okay? All Might is not that old. Shimura, All Might's, predecessor, she wasn't that old. So it just begs the question, could anybody who possessed the quirk One for All still be alive and be able to help this man Deku? Alright, what if that's something that we see within the Manila folder? It's a very interesting question, something that I just brought up, came to me off the top of the dome. Leave your comments down in the comment section below, because I'd love to hear it. That's all I got for y'all today. It was a very simple chapter. I just wanted to present y'all with that question. So, if you rock with me to the end, go plus ultra and smash that subscribe button. Comment on the video, rate the video, share the video, and like always, keep it safe and wrap it tight. I'm out.
Enemy SATCOM spotted. inbound. We're failing, squad! Enemy SATCOM spotted. Enemy care package incoming. Enemy Odin in position. SATCOM ready. Friendly SATCOM active. Enemy SATCOM spotted. Odin offline. Objective failed. Squad, regroup.